great marketing technique used to develop a thorough understanding of consumer behavior. Today, we'll be talking to each of you in a group setting about your cereal purchasing decisions. For example, we are hoping to discover what motivates you to purchase one brand over another and what kinds of things you look for in a cereal. Hopefully you all eat cereal.
Lactose intolerant.
In addition to these beginning questions, we are hoping to learn about any underlying attitudes you may have towards particular cereal brands, as well as what drives your cereal consumption decisions, and apply what we find to our final reports. All of the knowledge that we gain today will be used later in our final report to analyze the influence of marketing efforts, but you'll not be specifically named if you don't wish to be. The goal is to get a general consensus of what guides consumer behavior and purchasing decisions for cereal. All right, before we begin, we'd like to set a few ground rules for the focus group. In order to get accurate data, we're looking to maintain a comfortable but professional setting. Although we're all friends here, we must insist that appropriate language is used to answer any questions. We have developed a discussion guide that we'll be following when asking questions, but we may venture off a bit if we discover something that we want to delve deeper into. We're also looking to maintain judgment-free zones. We want everyone to feel comfortable sharing your opinions and views. Please don't put anyone down or disrespect anyone based on their viewpoint. Finally, we'll be providing different types of cereal, which are all in front of you, in order to guide some of our questions. We ask that you don't throw any of the cereal at each other and try to keep a neat table setting. In addition to providing samples of cereal, drinks are also distributed. All right, perfect. Okay, so do you want to do the cereal first then?
Sure, go for it.
Okay, so this is not helpful. So there should be different kinds of, or two of each kind of cereal in front of you. Try each of the kinds. So try both and see if you can figure out which one is generic and which one is the brand name. Go. Wait.
He's next up. Yours are distinctly small.
Like the little white flakes. And note the number that's on the cups, that way we can keep track.
So 1A.
We only have one. We don't have generic fruit. Wait, no, those are fluffier though.
Yeah. They taste
Okay, then pass. They should each have 1A or 1B, or whatever B.
But we only have.
I have one
Then when they're done, just take theirs.
I have 1B.
Yeah, that one tastes a little better. I want to know.
Oh, you said that.
Wait,
That one just
Chit chat.
though.
Paper go.
these are very like, I mean, they're very flat and this is more like rounded.
Tough one. Right?
Yeah.
1A. Yeah.
I feel like.
We're good. Okay.
That's
So, 1A is Fruit Loops. It's the brand name.
Yeah.
1B is the generic.
Yeah.
For 2 Cheerios, 2A is the real one. 2B is the generic. And for 3A is the brand name. And 3B is the generic.
No way. Liar. Lies.
Those ones were hard.
YOLO.
I
All
was
of
right the
these
first
were-
time.
Yeah, so all of these were name brands, all of these were generic. So, think about the last time you walked down the cereal aisle. What came to mind?
A couple of things. First of all, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but I wonder if they get a price discount for a certain cereal, then I'm probably going to be more likely to get it. But also, I tend to go for the same exact thing almost every time. I think the cereal, there's much more loyalty towards a certain cereal than for other products. So those are just the first two things that come to my mind.
Yeah, when I walk down the cereal aisle and I'm shopping for cereal, I just think
what would go really good with fruit? Most of the time I just get like cornflakes or cereal that doesn't have much sweetness or sugar into it because I like to like slice up bananas and strawberries and put it in the cereal. So I just think, what would go really good with fruit?
I heard somewhere when I was younger that if you have 2 grams of fiber for every like 100 calories, then that's like healthier than you usually get. So I usually go for if it looks healthy, and then I check the nutritional values, and then if it's a good ratio. Then, but I usually go for generic Raisin Bran.
How about in terms of like packaging? So like if you turn behind you, all of the different colors and characters on the boxes, the special names, are those attractive at all? No.
You can go for it.
I'm usually like, I'm surprised you guys don't have any like bag cereals, because like, I kind of like, I like bag cereal, but like, it's kind of ghetto, but, I mean, I usually go for something where it looks like I'm getting my price worth. Like, if I see like a huge box for like cheaper than a tiny little box of Frosted Flakes, I'm gonna go with the huge box.
Normally when I'm looking at the boxes, I look at the prices first, but then sometimes I don't, because normally the generic brand is the cheapest, but a lot of the time I won't pick things like the Honey Nut Toasted Oats or the Frosted Flakes because the boxes just look so unappealing, and I'll usually go and get something like Special K because it's just simple and it's more like, it's more popular, I guess. I just fall for it.
So when, like if you take, let's see, Fruit Loops and Silly Circles, which one looks more legit
Fruit Loops.
and why?
Toucan Sam.
The first thing I see is the Safeway brand.
Yeah. Does it say that there's a prize inside too?
It says something tied.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, pardon me. It's like the same color.
You can trade in your
They have like
code.
a weird background.
You can trace in your code.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, as far as that goes, the main thing that stands out is the difference between the Safeway Kitchens logo and the Kellogg's logo.
Yeah.
Like, people know that Kellogg's is a very prestigious cereal company. They have a good market share, but people are kind of adamant about getting Safeway brand stuff over big brands because of the loyalty involved, like Chris was talking about.
After doing this experiment, kind of opens your eyes a little bit. So who looks for generic versus name brand? So who would buy generic brand? Okay. So 3, 4, 4. And then name brand. Okay. And why?
I'll go for it.
Road.
I don't like it. I've yet to find a generic brand that I like.
I used to buy like the big bag cereals, and because those are typically like cheaper and generic. But then I started looking at the nutrition facts more, and they're way more unhealthy than the other ones sometimes, in some cases. And so my favorite cereal they're called Panda Puffs. They're really good, and I always just go straight to those. No matter like at Winco, they're really cheap there too, so I always try to get the Panda Puffs.
So what motivates you to buy cereal in the first place?
I like to just have it sometimes, like when I don't, because I either get cereal or eggs, and I like to have it when I don't feel like cooking eggs, because I make eggs all the time, and sometimes I just want a break.
Yeah. So you choose cereal. Is it also because of the speed of
Yeah,
cereal?
it's pretty quick, but I really like milk, so I feel like I'm doing my body good, eating the cereal and then adding milk, so I get the calcium and everything. So it makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah. So when you're purchasing cereal, is there ever an emotional reasoning to it? Like does it give you like childhood memories? Like is it something you always did, even as a kid?
No,
No?
not really. No, I mean,
Every single day in high school, every single day, I had Honey Nut Cheerios. And my mom really likes to just give me the same exact thing all the time. Like when she finds that I like something, she just keeps giving it to me. So all we had was Honey Nut Cheerios. And I still like Honey Nut Cheerios, but I guess that brings back bad memories because it's like, oh, it's so like, I've had it too much. So I guess that is a negative effect as to why I don't get Honey Nut Cheerios that much anymore.
Yeah, so it has more of a negative effect.
Yeah.
Television, and you see all these cereal commercials. Do those ever influence your
No.
purchase decision?
No. Last time, I haven't watched live TV with cereal commercials in a while anyway, so it's not, but still, no, it doesn't affect it.
What about celebrity endorsements?
No.
No?
It's not good.
So a box that has Michael Jordan in it versus a box that has no Michael Jordan in it wouldn't affect anything.
It wouldn't affect anything.
And the placement of the cereal in the store?
Yeah, that make a difference.
So say there's a cheaper cereal that's low, and then there's one that's a higher price and it's right above it. They're both the same cereal, but one's generic and one's name brand. The generic's on the bottom, the name's at the middle. Which one would you choose?
I don't know. That's a tough one. Probably, I mean, it depends. If there's a huge price difference, I'll go down and get them. But if it's like a little bit, I'll just be like, oh fuck it.
Let's say 10 cents.
Oh, I'll go to the bottom, dude.
Yeah? 10
10
cents?
cents a lot.
10 cents.
Well, okay, like a nickel, like it's like 10 cents sometimes.
What if it's in the bag?
No, I'll go for the box for
You
sure.
go for the box for
sure.
sure still?
Yeah.
What about the availability? Say is there any time that you're ever looking for a cereal and it's not available?
No. Dude, have you been to Wingo?
It's always there.
They got everything, dude.
Yeah.
It's like they should just call it cereal, dude. Like they have yeah, you've been,
Yeah.
Yeah.